welcome Saqib from Lenovo. Let's hear what we have from the hardware point of view. Welcome, Saqib.
Thank you. Thanks, Vishwanath. Evening, everybody. Hope all of you had a good tea, good break, and let's dive into what you have in your head. How do you make it? So the videos, what everybody spoke about is like, okay, we are doing everything new. We are doing a lot of changes, but how do you do it? You do it through hardware. What you see here is a MotoGP bike, right? So its sole purpose is designed for performance and nothing else. So is the case in Lenovo. We have a department which is called Workstations. I represent Workstations. I am a product manager for Lenovo Workstations. The couple of slides what I have, I will not bore you much. Is about I have about 4 or 5 customers talking about our products, how Lenovo has helped along with Autodesk softwares for them to realize their potential or realize their dreams. Without further much, yeah. So what is Lenovo? Lenovo is the #1 company in the world. We are also the fastest growing workstation company in the world. We also have one of the finest manufacturing companies whom we work with. Some of them are mentioned here. Chrysler, Harman, Red Bull Racing, Bosch, Hitachi, Toyota. So all of them are our customers. What I have is the next slide talks about one of our customer and how the Lenovo P1, which is the lightest mobile workstation in the world, how it has helped the particular customer realize his potential. So we'll play an audio AV here.
It's an amazing feeling to drive an Aston Martin.
It's a privilege to drive an Aston Martin.
They're designed by passionate people for passionate people.
They're clearly objects of desire, and they're a thing of great beauty.
I think it's consistency in the design, really understanding who our customers are.
I think it's something that we want our customers to enjoy. Nobody needs an Aston Martin, but everybody wants one, and we're quite happy to scratch that itch. The key similarities between the ThinkPad P1 and Aston Martin are around that kind of respect and acknowledgement of the heritage.
The ThinkPad P1's design philosophy and Aston Martin's design philosophy are very similar. They both strive for engineering perfection, but also strive to design a product that's made to be enjoyed.
And there's been no compromise, which is pretty much what an Aston Martin is. My role involves identifying all of the hardware needs for the various work streams throughout the company and then finding an appropriate model of desktop, laptop or workstation to match those needs. Lenovo is present in our workflow right through from the design of the cars to the production. My first impressions when I first seen the ThinkPad P1 was I didn't actually believe that we could get everything that I was asking for inside something as small and light in comparison to other mobile workstations. That was one of the I can't believe this is real sort of moments for me. It's been a gap in the market for so long.
It's pretty impressive when you consider it's got an extremely top-end NVIDIA graphics card and it's just got a lot of processing power.
The ThinkPad P1 really just has a lot more flexibility, particularly in our engineering, where they need to do a lot of work on 3D and different to the type of usage that I have.
The portability in general, while you're going around on a wind tunnel, which is not always easy, and going on a track is not always necessarily a desk there. So having a lightweight, very powerful laptop is extremely useful. It can take a Xeon processor, which can support ECC RAM when we're trying to load a full car and when we're analysing large simulation results from our CFD post-processing, for example. It needs a pretty powerful machine.
I think cool design is important, but that has to be combined with practicality. It has to tick a lot of boxes, and I think the ThinkPad P1 does that and makes it a useful bit of kit for our team to use. I think a partnership with Lenovo, the key points that I think bring the two together are really well engineered and well thought out products, and we see that acknowledgement of our pedigree and good engineering, and I think that's what made Lenovo an attractive proposition to us.
It's come a long way to be able to deliver this. I hate to use the word game changer, but it is that for us.
Yeah, so that's Aston Martin with P1. Yeah, what he said is true. So we have come a long way. Workstations were bulky, heavy, thick, running hot all the time. That is not the case now. So what we have here is the ThinkPad P1. That's what the customer spoke about. We have that in the booth. You can come have a look. The P1 has been running all day. I think it's about 10 hours it has been running. You can see how hot it has been running and how it is. But what you have seen here is the thinnest and the lightest mobile workstation in the world. What we have done is we have done a step ahead. The same product which we have launched about a year and a half back, we have come up with a Gen 2. So the Generation 2 comes with OLED touchscreen with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Retains the same weight, but with the latest 9th generation processor. So that's P1 for you guys. So where does workstations come into the picture, right? So all of us before we were PCs were considered as PCs, either it be a laptop or a desktop. But workstation is something which is designed for all of these use cases. So if you are involved in any of these, right, workstation is the product to go. You wouldn't be compromising anything on performance, on price, as well as on what it has been designed for, right? So may it be design, digital fabrication, simulation, rendering, everything is where workstation comes into the picture. And if you have not been using it, but working on these products, that is where you need to have a change. That is where workstation brings in a lot of value for all of such workflows. I do have a customer testimonial on the same. So this is from a robotics company and how they have used Lenovo workstations. So I'll play one more video on it.
Hey, my name's Greg. I work at React Robotics and I'm the CEO. So we're building a robotic dog. It's called Dogbot, and it's a 3D printed and carbon fiber walking robot designed for artificial intelligence and machine learning research. Previously, we would have very slow compute times, so having to do simulations and wait a long time meant that we couldn't get back out in the field and test our algorithms. So the main advantage of having the high power compute is being able to really process data quickly. So that's really made a difference to our workflow.
Yeah. So that's what Workstation does for your ecosystem. So what do we have here? Workstations are classified into both the desktop workstation as well as the mobile workstation. But what is that we bring in as value? We bring in all these points which talks about simplifying or making your workflow easier, giving you the support which is required. Let's say if there are any issues with the hardware part of it, right? Because you need to focus on the making. You don't need to focus on how it is done, right? That is, you need to leave it to us as Lenovo. But what is that we bring into the table? We do have a software solution. Lenovo Performance Tuner, as we call it, is something which is optimized for you to run a particular application. For example, if you're looking at a CAD application, this particular performance tuner has a profile wherein you select it and your hardware is tuned to optimize the CAD application. We also provide ThinkShield as part of our security. So on the mobile workstations, we do have a ThinkShutter, which is part of the ThinkShield, wherein it is a much more secure environment, and it is something which you can be rest assured, and it will be a worry-free workflow. What we also have is customer solutions. So the team, what we have in Lenovo, helps you out to understand your requirements and give you the right product. Not all the requirements on this floor would be ideal, right? Or it will be the standard requirement for all of you. It will be customized. It is something which we will help you out, in your workflow as such. Power and reliability is what we feel pride on, and like I mentioned, like the MotoGP Superbike, right? So it is predominantly focused on power. So is our products, which are power, and along with power, we are also the most reliable product available. Then yes, ISV certification. all of you would be looking at ISV certifications, right? So Autodesk, as a partner to us, we work very strongly with Autodesk, and we work on products much earlier when it is released, before it is released. And we make sure that once you buy a certain software from Autodesk, you have a certain hardware which is ready for you to work on it, right? So from a product perspective, this is one single page which talks about what are the products we have for AutoCAD as well as for Inventor. If you are into high performance 3D design, these are the two recommendations what we have, which is 330, which is a regular desktop workstation, and a P1, which Aston Martin spoke about, right? And these are the basic specifications which we recommend along with Autodesk. Then, if you're looking at much more higher performance, which is into 3D design, engineering, and visualization, these are the specs what we look at, both on a desktop workstation as well as on mobile workstation, right? And if you're looking at complex structure, even more complex, so we have a workstation for it, which comes with a dual CPU, multiple GPU offering, and it is called a P920. And these are the products what we have in line. What we also have is Think Vision, right? So it's not only important for you to have the compute power, it is also important to have a good visual experience to it. So what we also have is the P series line, or the performance series line of visuals. P24, as the name says, it's a 24-inch monitor. We also have a P44, it's a 44-inch wide-angle monitor which is available, right? So this is what we work with Autodesk day in and day out, tirelessly for a very long time frame, to make sure that the products what you buy work in sync, the hardware as well as the software. I did cover this in my earlier this thing. So quality is what we speak about, and we pride ourselves on being the most reliable system in the industry. What does that mean is, basis a research which has been done by an independent survey by TBR, what they have found is Lenovo workstations are 20% more reliable than what is available in the industry. Yeah, I did touch upon this, the Lenovo Performance Tuner. Like I said, if you are running on certain applications, let's say a certain profile of software on AutoCAD softwares, you can select a certain profile, and the hardware is optimized for such performance, right? To end this, I have a small video on the Lenovo Performance Tuner. So let the video do the work.
The Lenovo Performance Tuner, or LPT, is a free software tool available for Lenovo workstations. It helps you get the most out of your machine by adjusting system resources to optimize performance. LPT can increase performance by dedicating a specific CPU core or cores for processor-intensive apps such as CAD, 3D modeling, and more. When you launch the target app, you can see these affinity settings take effect within the System tab. When Autodesk apps like Revit, Inventor, 3ds Max, Maya, and AutoCAD are launched, the running process's affinity frees up the first CPU core. LPT increases productivity by reserving CPU resources for the foreground app, allowing the system to remain responsive during heavy workloads like rendering or simulations. LPT settings include the ability to set target app CPU core affinity and threading priority, power management, and Windows visual effects. Monitoring functions include processor, memory, graphics, storage, and network usage. LPT offers IT admin manageability by maintaining control and flexibility through customizable and lockable app profiles. Users can set up profiles for multiple apps, and LPT will optimize them to the foreground app. Whether you're a tech expert looking to fine-tune your system or an end user needing a plug-and-play tool, LPT offers a free solution available for all Lenovo workstations. To learn more and download your performance tuner, go to LenovoLPT.com.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for your time, and let's have a good future together. Thank you.